Hey everyone, we welcome you again to our podcast theme, What It Means to Follow Jesus.
So, for our last episode, we will talk about how the Beatitudes help us in committing ourselves to Jesus.
And we will again share our personal testimony.
In this final episode, we'll talk about the times in our lives when we felt the most at peace and committed ourselves to God. When Jesus is with us, we don't just feel momentary joy, but a joy that lasts a lifetime. Andrea, if you don't mind, please share your testimony first.
When you live out the Beatitudes, you are blessed by God. You are on the path towards happiness. The Beatitudes serve as the foundation of everything Jesus preaches and does. They are regarded as the center of God's kingdom. The Beatitudes also assist us in seeing things clearly because as humans, we frequently have our heads turned in the wrong directions. I am aware that the Beatitudes refer to God's truth and righteousness, and if one has strong belief in Jesus, it will not be difficult for us to give our entire selves to Him.
That's right, Andrea. Let's now listen to what JC will share.
The Bible's Beatitudes are regarded as very important literature in ourselves for such a variety of reasons. First of all, they contain spiritual significance since they are assertions that Jesus made directly. Second, they shed light on the behavior expected of Christians and what awaits them in this world and the next. Beatitudes are the rules of behavior for all followers. Both then and now, it remains a proper way of living.
I agree with you, JC, but how about you, Kat?
Beatitudes help us to be committed to Jesus because these act as a source and guide for learning how to fully commit to Jesus and live a life of faith. This clearly makes a direction for us to understand how we live and establish a great relationship with Him following His teachings.
That's a nice answer, Kat. Juliana, please share your thoughts.
The Beatitudes can help me in committing myself to Jesus since these are the foundations for a life of authentic Christian discipleship and they inspire us to live according to the characteristics Jesus describes. So, when we put our faith and trust in Him and follow His teachings, we commit our lives to serving Him and others as He serves us. Our actions and attitude reflect the Holy Spirit indwelling in our hearts, which commits us to Him.
Thank you for sharing, Juliana. Let's also have Dane to share her insights.
The Beatitudes are an excellent resource for learning how to devote one's entire life to Jesus and to the practice of one's beliefs. They provide guidance for our daily actions and remind us of the benefits of a God centered life of love, joy, peace, and kindness. Through our faith in Jesus, we can be rejuvenated and strengthened by His grace, allowing us to experience hope and joy even in the midst of adversity. The Beatitudes are a reminder to find contentment and humility in our daily lives and put our faith in God as our source of fortitude.
It was a wonderful insight, Dane. Gio, if you could express your ideas.
The Beatitudes gives me a reminder that in all hopeless and difficult times, we can still see brighter things ahead of us. As cliche as it may sound, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, meaning it is faith and committed to Jesus by not losing hope in anything that we may face because we know that He is at our backs always. And, and He is the reason why we become strengthened and reestablish ourselves to our Father's grace.
The Beatitudes are an essential part of our lives since they instruct us on the proper behaviors and qualities that we should possess over the course of our lives. By engaging in these activities, we will be led in an indirect way, not only to God, but also to Jesus Christ. As a result of this, we create a possibility for ourselves to be rewarded in the life that has to come. It takes a genuine submission of faith to God to experience or perceive the beatitude in any situation. As we approach the end of this episode, the experiences we had are the means by which we communicate our belief that God has a significant presence in each and every one of us. Throughout the course of each of our testimonies, we have picked up a variety of lessons that from life that we are able to apply to our own lives. I really hope that everyone who listened to this podcast had a good time and learned something valuable from it.
It was a good way to end our podcast.
We are hoping that you have gained a lot of realizations and learning on this episode and also in our past two episodes.
It is sad to create a last episode for you guys, but we still hope that your learnings and realizations you gain from us will still be with you forever.
We are looking forward to hearing from you guys in the future about what you experienced after hearing our podcast series.
It is a pleasure for all of us to give and share our own experiences, thoughts, and realizations from our lives that would also help you in your own lives.
We thank you for listening and being part of our family. To make our family bigger, please also spread and share this 3 series podcast to your family, friends, and others to also have knowledge of who we are as a follower of Jesus.
Once again, this is your BAC Kawani St. Albertus Magnus with your host I, Tatiana Cabrera, together with Andrea Costello, Arjun Ginto, Dane Asayo, JC Abina, Gio Gonzalez, and Juliana Tura. We hope you enjoyed our deep conversations and sharings. We will, took, we will look forward to seeing you again next time.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye. Bye.